Hello, Jamal Brown here with the Community Channel, and I'm joined by the great Tom Cole. Tom, we're here to talk a little to It Matters to Toledo. Could you give us a little background on this great show that this network has going?
First of all, Jamal, I want to thank you for you've been interning with us on It Matters to Toledo, and we have an incredible crew. We knock out these shows on Sunday. We do 4 or 5 half-hour shows, one right after another, and that wouldn't happen without you and Chris, our director, and Sean and Brad and Zach. I mean, they're just great. So that allows us to do that many shows in a compressed period of time. But what we're doing, Jamal, really is, as you know, is we have this format where we can talk to politicians, artists, business people, musicians, people that are doing positive things in our community, and people that matter to Toledo. So we've done about 30 of them thus far, and it's been a great experience. I mean, you're in the studio, you help with the people, and you see just how great these people are.
It is a great thing going on with this show.
Thank you.
As we see some of these guests come on the show, you see that they're part of this community. So what have you seen in this community as it's constantly growing through these people that you can tell the audience about?
Yeah, that's a great question, Jamal. I think that a commonality that I see is that how talented these people are. Such a diverse group, so talented. But the other thing, Jamal, that really strikes me is how much they care about Toledo. They really care, and they really want to make a difference, and they are making a difference every day. So those are the two things that strike me: the talent and how much they care about Toledo as a community.
Yeah, I've been here, and I've seen
a lot of stories. You've seen the stories.
Some great stories.
There are.
What interview would you say has stood out to you the most during this time period of this show going on?
That's another great question. It's harder being on this.
Yeah, little role play going on here.
It's much harder being on this side, Jamal. You ask good questions. I guess, I don't know, there'd be a series of them, really. I really enjoyed, we did the political candidates, all the people running for mayor. I thought that was very interesting. We brought all the candidates in, and they all got their half hour to talk about their platforms, their programs, what they do for the city of Toledo. So I found that very interesting. I guess I'm kind of drawn to, I like music, and I've always liked music, and I'm drawn to some of our musicians we've had in. We've had some pretty good talent. Johnny Rodriguez was just in the studio, and I love when they come in and they do one of their original songs. You get a sense for the Toledo community has Nicole Corey, Johnny Rodriguez, Jamie Mills. I know I'm missing some people, but you get a sense for the local talent that's here. I always call it a mini Seattle. You can go into any restaurant in town on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday in Toledo, and you hear great musicianship, great singers, and people doing original music that's great. So we have a great local music community.
I think one of the great things about this show is it shows people that are not so in touch with the community what is going on in this community as we see it. So what would you say you've seen in the growth of this community? I know we did an event at Woodward with Maurice Cloret.
He was incredible.
Things. What have you seen that brought the rising of this city? Also the ESPN game with Central. So what has gone on through that process, would you say?
Well, I think in doing the show, and you get a sense of it, our crew gets a sense of it, Jamal, is that we don't get, as Toledoans, we don't give ourselves credit. I mean, you sit there and you look at this city. Well, Zoo's top 3 in the country. Art Museum is top 5. Our library system is top 10 in the country. Our metro parks are some of the best in the United States.
And people don't know these things.
Yeah, and the Mud Hens have the best AAA facility in baseball. The Huntington Arena is one of the best new arenas in town. The Walleye. We have more restaurants per capita than any other city in a comparable size. We have great schools. We have colleges all around us. UT, BG, Owens, Lords. We have so many things going in this community, Jamal, and I think sometimes we just don't give ourselves credit. And I think, we get to do this on It Matters to Toledo. We get to show people that are doing things and making a difference, and also in a much larger sense on Buckeye Cable and BCSN. I mean, you were on BCSN. You know what BCSN has meant to athletes, to coaches, to teachers. It's been incredible, and so I just think it just gives me a sense of how great our community really is, essentially.
A little story for you here. I remember 6th grade when BCSN was first starting. I was in 6th grade. I was playing football for the McKinley Broncos.
Okay.
And BCSN did the game, actually. My 6th grade
game.
We
did some
it was
great
at the
school
Toledo,
stuff.
Toledo field.
Yeah.
That's when they didn't have all the turf and things. I had to wear sneakers on the field, actually, from slipping and falling. And I've just seen a growth in this network. So where do you see this network going? Starting from that to this to going to BCSN HD and BCSN 2. Where do you see the growth of this going?
It's that's a salient point. No one saw BCSN having the success that they've had. As a matter of fact, I've told the story thousands of times. But when Mr. Block started, it was totally his idea. Mr. Alan Block, he's a very innovative, creative gentleman. And he came up with the idea, and then he ran it by every TV person in town, anybody who was involved with TV, administration, on-air talent, across the board. Across the board, he got the same answer. It would be the Titanic of television. It would be a colossal failure. But he believed so much in the teachers, the coaches, and the kids in our community. He said, we're going to go forward. And they told him there wasn't enough talent in town to do it. And he said, I think there is. And now we have 100 on-air talents, men and women, that do a great job. We do 64 sports, great talented people. I don't think there's any end to what BCSN can be. It's constantly evolving. It's constantly growing. It's constantly developing. And the reason it's successful, Jamal, is because of the basic tenet or the basic mission statement is we portray student athletes, coaches, and teachers in a positive light, and we give them a platform to show their abilities, and it's always going to be positive, and people are drawn to positive. So I think the sky's the limit for BCSN. I really do.
I agree with that, Tom. On behalf of myself and the community channel, I just want to thank you for this opportunity you've given me interning with you. I've been learning so much from you, and I really do appreciate all
It's totally my honor, JB. You can do my job better than me right now.
No, I think you got that under lock. Jamal with the community channel, thank you for tuning in.